Hey guys, welcome to another video at Sweeble's Garage. So this is going to be the last video of the pace car before it's done. So you'll see my hair changed a lot and everything, because it's probably going to be a month and a half long of filming. But anyways, I just primed the doors. I didn't show you guys, but the outsides are primed. Now I'm working on the jams, which if you guys have been following the build, the car was Z-barred, which preserved the car awesome. It's a good thing it was, but when we're painting it now, it's a hassle because you got to get all of it off unless you don't care what it looks like, which obviously we're trying to make it as nice as possible. So I'm going to flip the camera and show you what I'm talking about, because to jam the doors is taking forever, and I'll show you why. Don't mind the sound of the fan. It is so hot in here. But anyways, you can see I've been cleaning this one up. It looks super nice. But this is what it looks like to begin with. And that looks like dirt and mud and stuff, but that's actually Z-barred. So I don't know if the dust sticks to it over time, but I scraped a little bit off here so you can kind of see. It doesn't really get hard. It stays soft, kind of like butyl in a way. But the jams, since I bought the car, always looked like this crappy. And that's all Z-barred. So I'm taking all that off. So I took the hinges off on this one. This is the one I've been working on. I have like an hour and a half in this one door. So I cleaned all the Z-barred off, and this is what it leaves you with. I think it took the single stage paint with it, but we'll take the scraper over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. See how it like doesn't get hard? Like it's kind of hard, but it's not. It's hard to explain. But I scrape it like this, and then I use lacquer to clean up the rest. So it's kind of a process, and it does suck. But like I said, if we didn't have this stuff, it'd probably be rusty like everyone else's. So I'm not mad that it has it. It's just a lot more work. So like I said, I clean the other side pretty good, and then you like can't get in the hinge areas and stuff. So I took the hinges off the other side, and it gave me a lot more access and it'll look better. I don't know if I'll put it back together when I paint it or not, or I might hang them up. But you can see they're kind of crappy, and I got some primer on them, but I think I'm going to sandblast these, take the pins out and sandblast them, just because I don't like sanding little stuff like that. But that's kind of where we're at right now. I just wanted to show you that. I'm not going to show you anything else with the jamming, but it's stuff like this that takes hours and hours that people don't understand when you're building a car this nice. So yeah, look at this. There's like barely any rust, little surface rust here that I'll sand off, but this car is so clean, it's crazy. So that's where we're at now. I'm probably gonna paint these, and then I'll show you bolting them on the car once they're all painted. The bottoms are still just in primer. So I'm gonna jam them, paint the other side, two-tone it and everything, and then I'll show you guys bolt them on, and we'll see how it starts looking. All right guys, got the sticker off. A lot of you guys just tape them off and paint them, but I don't really like how that looks. So I take them off. I have a little process I use, but got it off. They aren't very fun to get off, but they are possible. And hold on. Shouldn't have set it down, but there it is. That stuff will stick back on there like that. So that will look good. I will trim around the edge and then put new clear over it and stick it back on when I'm ready. All right guys, here we go. Got the black mixed up. Gonna do the bottom edge of the doors. I got a few pictures and I kind of did it how I want it. From the pictures I've seen from people, they're different from every car. And we got to do the small strip on the hood for behind the cowl. And I'm going to do the front lower balance with it. So let's get this stuff sprayed. All right guys, here's how they turned out. Like I said, I kind of went off some people's reference pictures of theirs I kind of just did my own thing. Front balance. And so those are done. Time to throw them on. All right, guys, huge day for me. It is Friday. I have a car show in like 2 hours. I got the door hinges sandblasted yesterday. You can see how nice they look. Got all the Z-bar off. Left a little bit of the seam sealer just to kind of look original and match up to the car because I left it on the car. So I want like the lines to line up with the car, if you know what I mean. Door hood hinges, so we can get the hood on after these are sprayed. And then the doors, finally spraying the doors. So the outside of the doors will be done. All I'll have left is the black on the bottom, which is super simple because it's single stage. So today there will be pewter. The jamb's already painted. Obviously you've seen that in the last scene, but it's been weeks for me. So doing a video with so much stuff in one video, it's hard to remember. So anyways, it's Friday. I'm gonna spray these. Monday, I'll come, get the black done, then the doors can go on the car. So big day for me. Pretty excited, as you can probably tell. So I'm gonna get these sprayed and then I'll show you how they turn out. All right, guys, it's Monday. Got them sprayed. Came out awesome. So today, it's dried for 3 days. We're gonna do the bottom, get the black on there. Door hinges turned out sweet. I'm glad I sandblasted them and got all that Z-barred off. So they look a lot better than they did, like way better. So everything's coming out good. Got the door hinges, or the hood hinges done. Those are on, so we're gonna get those mounted up and see how it looks. It's been a couple days, got them done. They turned out great. So I'm gonna attempt to throw these on by myself right now. So wish me luck. I actually put the hinges on the car and I'm gonna slide the doors on and then throw the pins in them. So kind of doing it different than usual. So I hope it works. But let's throw these on and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Got one side on and the door looks a hair darker, and it's not because it doesn't match. It's because I can't get the door to shut all the way with the new weather strip. I like slammed it stupid hard just to get it how it is now. And yeah, it sucks. But jams look good. Kind of scuffed that one up a little bit. But you will probably never see it with the fender on. But I did learn, don't put the hinges on the car first. Put them on the door first. There's no way to do it. I opened it a few times to get the paint off, as you can see there. It's gonna take a while to break in, then we'll have to grease it. But door opens and closes good. Lines up good. I got the top and bottom about perfect. Kind of looks off because of black, but that body line you can see better. So like I said, I don't know, I hope this weather strip breaks in quick because you gotta slam it so dang hard. But it's starting to look like a car again. I'm loving how it looks with the wheels. So I'm gonna get the other door out of the booth and get that one on. And then I still have to two-tone the fenders. So I might do that with some trim pieces and start putting her back together finally. Just got the doors hung on the pace car. As I knew it happened, I'm super excited now to get the rest done. So we're two-toning the fenders today, and I'm gonna spray the sunroof. These are loose, but I figured this is the easiest way to spray them. So we're spraying them like that, and everything's going flat black or satin black in my case, since I put a little bit of shininess in there. But we're gonna get these sprayed and then I can hang them on the car tomorrow. Now that we got the doors on, I'm here. It's Friday again. I usually spray my own stuff on Fridays so they can dry over the weekend, but I got all the trim sanded today, and man, is there a lot of it on pace cars. So I'm trying to do everything the same color. That's why I'm doing the wiper arms also. I want it all to match and look good. So let's get this stuff sprayed and see how it turns out. Got the trim all done last Friday. It's Monday morning right now. That's why I sound so enthused. But trim turned out great. And now we can start putting this stuff back on the car. Car's been sitting a while after I cut and buffed it, and it's pretty dirty, so I'm gonna polish it one more time probably before I put this stuff on, because I don't want to put tape on fresh paint, and then you get the white stuff in between it, like the residue from buffing. So I'm gonna try to buff and polish it one more time, then we'll get this stuff on there, then we'll probably put a cover over it while it sits out where it can get dusty, I guess. So that's where we're at right now. I'll show you guys once I get the stuff on. Yeah, I did the final cut and buff yesterday. It's been a few weeks again. I've been taking a lot of breaks on this project, but I put a cover over it because the flies like to lick and eat the wax and stuff, and then poop all over it and eat those little black dots. So I leave the cover on it now to keep them out, I guess, and keep it clean. But today we're gonna start putting on the trim and stuff. So before I start too much, I'll show you guys what it turned out like after cut and buffing it without the trim. So as you can see, it turned out awesome. Very pleased with how it turned out. Like I said, I'm not building a perfect show car that never gets driven. This is a driver, but as nice as I can make it, I guess, as a driver. But any nicer, I wouldn't want to drive it. So I still have to put the spoiler on. I haven't buffed that. But right now, today, we're gonna put the mirrors on, the trim, sunroof back in, stuff like that, front cowl. So should be pretty fun. All right guys, earlier today you've seen I was starting to put the trim back on. I didn't video it because I didn't get it all done, but we're gonna drop the headliner off. This is what came out of the car. Really nasty, just black cloth. I ordered this stuff. I don't remember where it's from, but it's the original stuff. You can kind of see it there, so it'll look original. About to drop that off with my buddy that recovered my seats in probably a year ago. He did the seats before we started the paint job, and he's also gonna recover the bottom with new carpet. They don't look bad, but they're loose, so it's hard to tell. Spider. Yeah, this one you can tell more. So he's gonna put new carpet in there too. So we're gonna go drop these off and see how it turns out here in a couple days. Now we are going to put this back on the door. The tag that we saved, it's a little blotchy in the middle, but I've gotten reprints of these from Marty Report, and I don't like how they look. They're not, you can tell it's not original. That will flatten out a little bit on the door. So right now we're gonna cut around that, but I made a template of the exact size of the clear that is original. And I got some of this laminate for vinyl wraps. So we're gonna throw that up here, trace out what I just did, and then we'll have the sticky side, and then we're gonna razor blade around the original, put that on the car with what's sticky's left, and we're gonna put the laminate over it. So we'll see how this turns out. All right guys, I got this cut out about perfect from what I did, and then I rounded the edges so it looks somewhat factory. And I do have the things shoved on the door, and this is gonna go right over it. So I did stick this to the door. Like I said, you will see that a little bit, but this might help hide it once this is stuck down. But we will see, but I like that better than a reproduction anyway, personally. So let's get this stuff shoved on and see what it looks like. there it is, how it turned out. That kind of bugs me in the middle, but that's kind of how I screwed it up, putting the sticker on in the first place. I probably should have sprayed some adhesive in there, but you can see how nice the, whatever you call it, laminate turned out. And it was not easy. It took me 3 tries, to be honest, but still looks heck good. Stand back here, looks factory. If you guys seen it before, well, you did in the video, it looked terrible before, so turned out pretty good. So I'm happy with it. I love trying to stay as original as you can, so like how that turned out. Wheels turned out sick. I'm still waiting on the fake bolts to put back around the edges, but right now working on the center caps. I did get the things off. Let me dig them out here and show you what I'm talking about. The SVE. I used a razor blade, cut around the edges, and then cleaned the tape off. So now they look like this. And then Tom Clark made me these. You guys referred me to him. They're a little dirty right now, but they turned out awesome. They're the same size. So I'm gonna stick these on now and see what they look like. On installed. So we'll snap them in quick, see what it looks like. See that? Looks pretty sweet. Way better than just saying SVE. I already got the other ones on. Turned out awesome. Very pleased. If you guys want some, Tom Clark on Facebook. I had to wait quite a while. I don't know if he's in between batches, but I think I waited like 2.5 months for these. So I'm pretty stoked to get them on. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, guys, the original taillights were not that bad. I think you guys seen that not long ago. I was heating these up to make them black again because they were white. Well, it worked, but as you can see, I melted them too hot, so do not do that. This one's still pretty flat, still has some waves to it, but this one is toast. And another thing I did, I seen it on a guy on Google. I tinted these, which I think I went too dark on accident, but they're pretty black. Hold it up to the light. Yeah, they're pretty dark, so they probably wouldn't work. And I did put them on the car, and I didn't really like how they looked. I like more of a factory look. So I'm taking all these lenses off. This tail light had a good lens, but the thing is warped and ugly. So I took the broken lens off the other one, and this is what I'm working with. I cleaned it up already. So this is the good one I got. This is before I do anything to it. So it's in pretty good shape. I'm gonna paint this silver because you can see factory, they don't really care much. It's not done that well. 79, they didn't really care. And then I gotta clean the back up more, but he has some nasty glue on here that is like a JB Weld or something. I've been trying to get off. Look at that. It is crazy hard. I've been getting it off the razor blade because we did buy new gaskets for these. And then I did get this. That's the one off that ugly one over there. And I cleaned it up really good, but I'm gonna buff this thing, 3-stage buff it, get all the scratches out and imperfections. And then we're gonna I'm gonna tape these lines off and repaint them because you can see that one's faded. So we're basically rebuilding taillights right now. I'm not gonna bore you guys through the whole process. I'm just gonna show you this, and then I'm gonna show you them done. But this is how they look when I start. As you can see, this one's nice and flat. That's what I'm going for. So this one, and I have another one somewhere. We're using the lens off this one for sure because it's the only one I have that's not broke, and it'll clean up pretty good. We're gonna paint the lines on this too, but I don't know which one I'm gonna use yet for that. I might have to compare it with this one, see which one's more warped, but I'm gonna dye this thing too with interior dye so it soaks into the plastic, unlike paint. And you guys seen them now. So this one's all cleaned up. This is what they look like clean. A lot of people would think this is good enough for their car. I don't. You clean all the butyl out, and I'm gonna seal it. I'm not gonna use butyl tape. I'm gonna use this stuff right over here. It's called Right Stuff. This is the stuff to do it with. You can get it at any O'Reilly's or Advanced Auto Parts, maybe Sturtevant's. But anyways, I'm gonna get these off. When you get them off and start cleaning the butyl, you'll find these clips in there. I take them out and I'll put them in when I'm ready to put them back together. That's what holds the lens on when they dry. So it's kind of a chore, but I put them out in the sun for a while and the butyl gets soft, and you just take a screwdriver and start scraping it all off. So when I use that right stuff, I'll put a bead all the way around it, shove it on, and it'll be stuck there for good. So enough with me talking. I'm gonna get these done and I'm gonna show you what they look like. You guys seen the pictures of redoing these? I'm spraying the black now. You can see some of it's faded out and gone. It's just not up to standard in my opinion. So I'm gonna spray the top too. I don't like the factory overspray look. We're gonna get everything. So I'm about to spray these now. See how they turn out. All right, we got them dyed. You can see how they turned out awesome. It kind of looks like they're armored all the time. This silver's painted. I put the bolts back in that came out of it. Still have Z-Martin zinc on them. Got new seals for them as well. Put them on. So I'm doing it this way with the rubber on. That's factory rubber, that's why it's gray. So when I glue the lens on, I know it's exactly where I want it, because there's quite a bit of play in these old cars. That's why you see a lot don't fit with the hatch. So I'm gonna shut the hatch and I'm gonna glue the lenses on like that, so I know they're set right where I want them. So just a little tip for you guys. But I'm gonna mount these up and then we're gonna glue the lenses on. Well, got the one side glued. I'll just show it to you quick. Turned out awesome. Looks very good. And now I was gonna start the other side, and I forgot that this was broken. And I already redid the whole thing. You guys seen the pictures. I don't really want to do another one. So I took this and I welded that on for an extension. You can see. Same threads. So now we'll screw this in and we'll have the extra length. I'm gonna screw that in as far as it'll go. And it should work. So let me get it in there and we'll see how it looks. Just like that. Put a washer on there. Now it looks like the factory. You can see it's almost the exact same width too. I'll have to adjust it once we're in the car to get it the perfect squeeze, but being a brand new gasket, this thing squeezes a lot, so these things play a big role. So one off like that is pushing way out. So I'm gonna throw this in and show you what it looks like. Here they are, guys, got them on. I pushed the car out, but it's pretty hard on the floor with the dollies. I did get that piece on. The welded part is down there. You can see that hangs out just about as much as the factory, about the same. So I got that dialed in perfect. The gap is not perfect, but it is the same on the other side. And I compared it to my 81 and it's the same. So that's just, must be how they fit. This side's a little better, not much. You can see how it's angled like this, just a little bit, but it is what it is. These cars weren't made for car shows back in the day. They were just mass produced. But see how I lined it up perfect with the hatch. The spoiler hangs out a little bit, so that's why the taillights are a little sucked in, as you guys know if you own a pace car, but it is level with the hatch. So there they are, all refurbished. Did them myself. They look amazing. Now I don't have to always armor all these. They're actually paint, or dyed I should say. So coming along. I'm still looking for a nice rear bumper, so that's what I'm waiting for in the back. Otherwise that's done. The bolts are in the mail from SFE. And the front bumper I need to spray yet. I've just been lazy. So quick little go around. The taillights are done, so that's huge. I'm waiting on bolts for the door handle. I ordered new old stock door handles. One side came with the bolts and rivets. One side just came with rivets. I am not risking to put them big thick rivets in here and scratch the paint when the rivet gun snaps back. So I'm waiting on the flat bolts to come in, and that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. So next I'm going to throw the headliner in and show you guys how that turns out. Another update on the progress. Got a lot of stuff together under the hood. Just got the hood prop back from powder coat, and turned out good. I ordered a new clip for it too. Got all that stuff hooked up. I forgot to put the steering shaft in, so I had to take the rack forward. That wasn't very fun, but starting to get everything wrapped up. Tomorrow I'm putting the motor back in. Once the motor's in, I still need to do brake lines. I wanted to put brand new ones on, so I'm still thinking about that. We're doing a hydro boost from that in here because the cam's gonna be big and doesn't have much vacuum. So we want brakes at all times, but motor's going in tomorrow. I got half the front bumper painted. Show you guys that tomorrow before we put the motor in. And we're getting the ball rolling now. So we're getting close. You guys just seen the taillights, how they turned out. So everything's coming together. I still need a better back bumper. I might just paint this one for now just so I can drive this year and look all winter for a nicer rear bumper. So a little update. Motor goes in tomorrow. There we go, engine is in. It's kind of a chore by yourself, but I got it. It looks good. Got to do the wiring for the fuel injection maybe tomorrow if I get time. I did change it to electric fans. Didn't have electric fans last time, so got to do that. But here's the bad news for you guys. This video is getting long and it's taking forever, so I am gonna end it here. You guys seen a lot of it. I just have the bumpers left and whatever this takes. But honestly, I'm busy the next couple weeks and it might take another month to finish it. I don't know. I've been plucking away at it. It looks awesome. You guys seen it. And yeah. I haven't put the trim on the back because I don't know if I'm gonna put the louvers on yet. I cannot find the clips for it. They are, I forget the name, but there's little clips here that they use like a quarter to lock them. I cannot find any that somebody will sell. People have busted up louvers but won't sell me the locks. My louvers are good. It came with no locks. But anyways, here's the car, finished state. Door's not shut, but paint job turned out amazing. And now we're just on to other stuff. Under the hood turned out good. So don't get mad at me. I tried to finish it in one video, but this project's been months. So you guys, if you follow me for this car, you know it's been taking months. Interior's still dirty. But next time, the car will be 100% complete. It'll be running. I'll show you guys everything, I promise. So stay tuned. Project Pace Car is still going on. So thank you for watching till the end if you have. Like and subscribe, share to your buddy. Let's get this page up a little bit now that I'm monetized. And thank you guys. See you on the next one.